Social presence in online instruction. Interactions between students and faculty in online classes are mediated through a digital interface. Students are more successful in classes when they feel connected to their instructor and classmates. In this video, we will explore a variety of methods that can increase the social presence of all participants in online courses. Let's talk a little bit about social presence in online instruction. Social presence is everything that is non-instructional in an online class. When I give a presentation, I start by saying, I know what you're thinking, that everything in an online class should be instructional, but everything is a face-to-face class is not instructional. Everything that makes you seem like a real-life human person with likes, dislikes, and interests is a social presence. So there's kind of two layers. One is the social presence of the instructor or the teacher, so that is showing your students that you are a real person, and the other is allowing the students to create social presence so that your classroom become a community of learning and place where students feel like they belong and can relate to each other, both in the curriculum and outside of the curriculum. So if you think about your in-person students, your in-person students get to see your face, your facial expression, they get to see your nonverbal cues, your body language, and they get to hear your voice and your inflection, your tone of voice, and they get sense of your personality. They know if you are a funny or not funny person, and they know if you are a serious or not so serious person. They see your office, they see your book bag, they see what kind of books you have in your bookshelf, and your students get to see you make and correct mistakes when you are speaking or when you are writing. And so they get a sense of you as a real person. And so we try to teach our teachers to replicate the same kind of experience in an online class. And some specific ways of doing that, like the basic critical thing that you have to have is you let your students know how long it will take you to respond to them, and that reduces anxiety. If you say, I'm traveling this week, so I'm going to take a little bit longer to respond, just to let them know and ease their anxiety. And it's fine to say I'm traveling, because again, you're letting them to know that you are a real person and you have things that you need to do in your life. You need some kind of substitute for facial cues as well, and personality indicators. So using Bitmojis, which is like a little avatars, you can make of yourself. I use them all over my class, and a lot of people do. And if you want to make one, just go to bitmoji.com, or you can download the app on your phone. You can download one that is a little avatar view that says it's Tuesday, and then you can post it on an announcement on Tuesday. And they have some reading books and things like that that can post in your classroom. Some people just use emojis, and some people use words or substitute for facial cues. Like they just say JK for just kidding, or something like that. In my introduction video, it's really goofy and elaborate. And I show picture of my children, I show them books I'm reading, I show them a picture of me on vacation, different countries. Some people are not comfortable sharing that much of information with students, and so it has to be authentic and has to speak about who you are as a person. Because at that point, you're letting the students know how approachable you are and what kind of person you are, what kind of teacher you are. Whatever works for you is whatever works for your students. And students are very, very savvy when it comes for being genuine. They always can tell when the person is fake. So it's really what it makes authentic for instructor, and of course, beyond the basics, we have a lot of things that we do training sessions on to teach the faculty how to increase social presence. I don't really use videos in my classrooms. We meet virtually every day. My classes use curated video from places like Mystery Science or Pearson. How to tweak things to get a little bit better at social presence. Some of them are really easy. So welcome announcement, having a start here area for your classroom so that the students know exactly where to go when they first open the assignment. Remembering that every day and everybody's online classes looks different, and students who are fully online students, which is about a third of our students, by the way, they are taking 4 different online classes that all looks and feel differently. So helping them with the navigation and making things easier for them, one thing that's really easy to make, and it makes a huge difference with very high impact in using announcement. I also use discussion boards. So at the discussion boards, we can actually refer to a very important discussion, and I use them to keep everybody on track, to say we are moving towards the big project. Here are things that you want to keep in mind, and if students are making common errors, if there are 6 or 7 students are making the same mistake or have the same misunderstanding, I can post an announcement and correct that. Sometimes I do in my classroom is introduction week, I have them to fill out Google survey. And it's populated in a spreadsheet for me, and I just get to know more about my students, whether they like to be called Tim or Timothy. And I also send a personalized email to students who are getting A's, because everybody corresponds to the students who are C's or below. But I give special attention to the ones that are getting A's and say, this is what you are doing well, and this is why you're getting an A in my course. I see that working for you. There's also some teachers use Flipgrids. Teachers will make a video on Flipgrid, and it's basically a discussion board of little videos. The assignment requires students make videos of them making speeches and presentations, and ask students to post pictures of their introduction. And I say, if you don't want to post your own picture, you can just post a picture of something you're interested in, your favorite movie, your dog. And other things I use in my classroom also is Apple Clips, which is you get an iPhone or iPad. I don't know if you play around with them, but especially if you're going to do like a talking head video, you can change backgrounds, you can make yourself look comic book character, and it's auto captioning the same way that YouTube does. It might be like 85% accurate. It's very easy to go and edit the captions file to make it 100% accurate. I want to say one more thing. Make sure that your social presence isn't overwhelm the actual instruction in your course. My job is not to change the way you teach, but my job is definitely to make sure students are successful as possible.